That's what they're supposed to do, to take them out on the street or on a racetrack, especially the Carrera. You know, the Carrera was the high-end version of the 356. At that time, you could buy a 356 with 60 horsepower for your regular street Porsche, or you could get one with like 115 horsepower, so almost twice the horsepower for racing and rallies and sports events.
They were a little more temperamental, those 4-cam engines, though.
They are. You know, this is a 4-cam engine, so there's 4 cams for intake and outtake on both sides of the engine. It's still air-cooled. It still has 1600 cc, just like the regular Porsche engine. But it has hotter cams, it has bigger carburetors, it has a special exhaust, of course, higher compression, and all that goes to increasing the horsepower. And that engine was designed for racing purpose. Yeah, it's a little different. There's a bigger fan housing, a bigger blower, bigger carburetors. Those are the biggest ones they could put on. Those are the Webers. Some other cars had Solex carburetors. So it was all to gain some performance, some more horsepower over there. And a few other things. But
about the interior here?
Basically, the regular 356 interior, you know, you see the carpet, the rubber mat. We have Speedster seats, those bucket seats. Those originally came with the Speedster. That's what they so called for, Speedster seats. But those also came on the GTs because they are lighter. They offer a little more support, side support, especially on competition driving. They're a little lighter, more sporty. Bucket seat.
Well, if you could explain the difference between, this is a GS GT.
Yes.
They're not all GS GT. What's
Correct.
the difference?
When they started doing this, when they developed the engine, it was the first purpose was to put it in the Spider. So the Porsche Spider was an open 2-seater racing car. And then they decided, this is a pretty fancy engine. We try to put it in our regular street cars, what they did. And so that name, Carrera, which came from the Mexican road race, they used it on their cars to promote them. This is the highest level they can do. It was the most expensive Porsche you could buy and also the most powerful. So to your question, they had different versions. There was a GT version, which means this was a Gran Turismo. It was a racing purpose-built car, all lightweight, aluminum doors, aluminum lids, aluminum wheels, bigger brakes, lightweight interior. Everything was kind of designed to be light and way competitive. And then on the other side, there was the GS. There was the Grand Sport. There was still a great sports car, but it was street legal and streetable. So it was milder, it had a different engine setup to make it streetable, and it had the complete full interior, and that was at the time the most expensive Porsche you could buy. So this specific car is owned by Herb and Rose Weissart from Fullerton, California. They have taken the car all over the world. They went to France, they went to Italy, they went all over Europe. Like I said, they had it in Monterey, they're going to show it, and they use it as a rally car for drives, and they use it as a show car. So this car here is a 1957 Carrera. It has some special options, like the sunroof.
Yes,
this is another quite expensive option that you could pick. But you know, there was a fancy car anyway. They already went, whoever bought it knew, to have something fancy and high-end, so you kept just adding a few more things like a sunroof or a fancy radio. You could have a big gas tank if you want to go really far, and on and on. So just like almost like today.